Kuk Flong Forest, an ancient sanctuary of the natural world. Here, time is not measured by hours or minutes, but by the slow breathing of trees that have stood for centuries. As the morning mist clings to the limestone peaks and the heavy dewdrops fall from the canopy to the forest floor, the jungle begins to stir. A new day begins. Not with the sun, but with the awakening of a million tiny souls. Beneath the dark canopy, where sunlight rarely penetrates, life continues in silence. But today is different. Summer has arrived, and with the rising heat, an invisible signal has been triggered deep within the earth. A code, written into the DNA of these creatures millions of years ago, is about to execute. Look closely at this rough bark. Do you see it? A master of camouflage. Its mottled brown body blends perfectly with the cracked wood. It lies motionless, a ghost against the tree. This is the cicada, the herald of summer. It is waiting. Its body is warming up with the ambient heat. Inside that hard shell, a sophisticated biological machine is priming its engines. It begins, not with a song from a throat, but a vibration of the body. On the sides of the male's abdomen are ribbed membranes called tymbals. By buckling these muscles hundreds of times a second, he creates a powerful pulse of sound. One begins, then two, then hundreds. From a single note, they transform the forest into a grand amphitheater. This sound can reach 120 decibels, rivaling the roar of a jet engine at takeoff. For the monkeys and other residents here, it is a deafening nuisance. But for the cicada, this is a song of survival. They must sing louder than the wind, louder than the streams, and most importantly, louder than their rivals on the next branch. Under the intense tropical sun, when most animals seek shade and sleep, the cicada is most active. The hotter it gets, the more energy they have. They claim the highest perches on the flame trees. A battle for territory is waged, silent but fierce. The higher the perch, the further the song travels, and the better the chance of attracting a mate. Their large, bulbous eyes, equipped with thousands of lenses, watch for movement. But their world is defined by sound. They are resilient artists through high winds and scorching heat. As long as the sun shines, this symphony will never fade. To sustain a performance that lasts up to 10 hours a day, the cicada requires a colossal amount of energy. But they have no jaws to chew leaves, nor do they hunt. Their weapon is this, a proboscis, sharp as a hypodermic needle. It acts as a biological drill, piercing through the tough bark to reach the phloem, the tree's vascular system where nutrient-rich sap flows.
As the probe reaches the sap-filled vein, or phloem,
Cicadas do not drink from streams. They drink the blood of the forest. Tree sap is rich in sugar and water, but incredibly poor in protein and amino acids, the building blocks of life. So, the cicada must adopt a strategy: quantity over quality. They are forced to consume a massive amount of sap, hundreds of times their own body weight, every single day. And what goes in must come out, rapidly. Have you ever walked under the canopy on a sunny day and felt a fine mist on your face? That isn't rain, that is cicada rain. Their digestive system possesses a specialized filtration chamber, allowing them to separate the excess water from nutrients and expel it instantly. To us, this might seem unpleasant, but to the ecosystem, it is a feast. This waste fluid is still sugary. Ants, wasps, and beetles, they all gather beneath these mobile forest bars to drink the sweet manna falling from the sky. The cicada unwittingly becomes the provider for a whole community beneath the branches. The proboscis retracts, leaving a tiny wound. Sap oozes out, glistening like a jewel. Many consider cicadas pests. It is true, they are parasites, taking nutrients. But these ancient trees have co-evolved with cicadas for eons. This loss is a calculated tax of nature. The cicadas move constantly, never draining a single host dry. As the sun dips low, the temperature drops. The rhythm of the song changes. They have endured a long day of hard labor, drilling, filtering, and singing. The forest slowly sinks into darkness. It is time for our artists to rest. But the silence of the night brings no peace. Instead, it signals the awakening of darker, deadlier threats. The rainforest is an unforgiving battlefield. The cicada's noise is a siren song for love, but it is also a homing beacon for predators. One small mistake, one moment of distraction, and the price is life itself. The praying mantis, the invisible assassin of the insect world. It is patient, it is still. Its compound eyes have locked onto the target. distance closes, the cicada is oblivious. And strike! Faster than the blink of an human eye, the spiked forelegs clamp shut. The cicada has no venom, no claws. Its only defense is flight, but it is too late. The shrill sound it makes now is no longer a love song. It is a scream of despair. From the sky, drongos dive like black arrows. On the bark, the gecko launches a sticky projectile tongue. And between the leaves, the giant wood spider waits in her silken trap. The cicada is a flying protein package, defenseless and abundant. Their individual survival rate is incredibly low. But nature has given them a different strategy: safety in numbers. They emerge in the millions. Predators may feast, but they cannot eat them all. The sacrifice of the few ensures the survival of the species. But there are enemies more terrifying than predators. A silent killer, blind and toothless. Fungus. Parasitic spores breach the cicada's armor, eating them alive from the inside out. Even worse, the fungus hijacks their minds, turning them into zombie cicadas that fly on, spreading the spores to their kin. A slow, agonizing death. And then, the summer storms break. Raindrops, heavy as bullets, hammer against fragile wings. Soaked and cold, they cling to the undersides of leaves. To fall now means drowning in puddles or being dismembered by fire ants. Nature is ruthless. Only the strongest and the luckiest will see the sun rise tomorrow. The old, the weak, the unlucky, they fall. Their bodies litter the forest floor. For this individual, the journey is ended, but its mission is not yet complete. Amidst the siege of death, life finds a way. The ultimate goal of every song, every struggle, comes down to this single moment: connection. When antennae touch, the covenant of nature is fulfilled. The male has done his duty. He will soon fade away. The burden of the future now rests with the female. Using her saw-like ovipositor, she cuts into the tender bark. Hundreds of microscopic souls are tucked safely inside. And as the mother takes her final breath, a new generation begins. When the eggs hatch, tiny nymphs, light as dust, fall to the earth. They do not hesitate. They burrow deep, vanishing from the world of light. Underground, dark, cold, damp. Few realize that the cicada spends 99% of its life here. Not for weeks, but for years. 3 years, 5 years, sometimes 17 years in the dark. Anchored to a root, sipping sap, they wait. Imagine that patience. A childhood spent in eternal twilight, waiting for just a few fleeting weeks in the sun. And then, on a destined summer night, the call of their genes compels them. They rise. A great migration from the underworld to the heavens. This is the most sacred moment, the metamorphosis. The old armor cracks. From within, a creature of jade green, soft and pure, slowly emerges. Crumpled wings begin to pump with blood and unfurl. It is a miracle of biology, a resurrection. Painful but resplendent. Dawn breaks. The sun hardens their crystal wings. Leaving behind the empty husk, the ghost of its past, the cicada takes flight. It drinks again. It sings again. The circle continues. When the autumn winds blow, the song will fade. The forest will return to its ancient silence. The bodies of the fallen will decompose, becoming the very soil that feeds the trees. The same trees nursing their children deep underground, born from the earth, singing to the sky and returning to the earth. It is not a tragic end. It is the endless symphony of life. The cicada, the great artist of the forest, has lived a life that was brief, yes, but absolute and magnificent.